Welcome to yoga. My name is Hannah, and I'll be guiding you through this short, mindful morning flow. Begin in an easy seated position. You can sit on your knees, you can sit cross-legged, wherever you feel most comfortable. Begin by noticing your breath. Notice where you can feel the breath the most. This may be the rise and fall of your chest, in your nose. You might feel a sense of your entire body breathing. Notice if you feel any tightness anywhere in the body, and as you inhale, send your breath to that area. Now coming into child's pose. Bring your toes together to touch behind you. Spread your knees wide, hips to your heels, arms extended out front. Feel the expansion through your shoulders and your chest. Breathe into your back. Breathe into your hips. Allow your body to get heavier and relax with each exhale. It is completely normal for thoughts to arise, but just be aware that you are not these thoughts. You are simply witnessing thoughts as they arise. Now rise up and extend into puppy dog pose. Knees directly under the hips, arms extended outward. And breathe into this new open sensation across your chest and your shoulders. With each exhale, allow your chest to sink towards the ground. Now rise up to thread your right arm underneath your left. And breathe into this new openness you can feel in your left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center, and switch sides. Extend your left arm underneath your right, breathing into your right shoulder. Inhaling to center, exhale to tabletop, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And begin with some cats and cows. Inhale to cow, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale into cat, arching your spine. Inhale cow, lifting your gaze. Exhale cat, pressing away from the ground, arching your spine. Last time, inhaling to cow. Exhaling into cat. Plant your hands, step your feet back, and step up into a high plank. Pressing away from the ground, keeping your body in a solid line from the tip of your head to your heels. Now press your hips back into a downward facing dog. Heels pressing towards the ground. You can have a slight bend in your knees. Chest pressing down towards the ground. And begin by pedaling out your legs, bending one knee at a time. Look up. Bend your right leg and bring it forward into a low lunge, dropping your left knee. Keeping a straight spine, sink into your hips, raise your arms overhead. Breathing into the sensation you're feeling in your hips. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow outside of the right knee, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhaling, raise your arms up. Exhale, hands plant. Straighten out your front leg into a half splits. Breathing into your hamstring. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, half splits. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, half splits, breathing into your hamstring. Keeping a flat back. Exhaling into a low lunge, sink into your hips. Tucking your back toes, lifting your back knee. Step back into a high plank. Body in a straight line, pressing away from gravity. And press back into downward facing dog. Gazing in between the feet. Pressing through the shoulders. Hips high. Gaze forward. Bringing your left leg into a low lunge, dropping your back knee down to the ground. Arms raise, sink into your hips. Each time you exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, twist to your left. Right elbow outside the left knee, gazing over your right shoulder. Breathing deep into this twist. Inhale back to center, arms raise. Exhale, plant your hands, straightening out your front leg into a half splits. Inhale, low lunge, sinking into your hip. Pressing back into a half splits. Feeling a stretch deep in your hamstring. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale back into half splits, hinging from your hips. Inhale, low lunge. Tucking your back toes, lifting up your back knee. pressing back into a high plank and back into downward facing dog. Gazing in between your feet. Look forward, bend your knees, stepping through into a seated position. Coming into boat pose, balance back on your hips. Shins parallel to the ground, raise your arms. Exhaling low boat, straighten out your legs, bringing your upper body closer to the ground. Inhaling boat pose. Exhaling down to low boat. Inhaling into boat pose. Exhaling low boat. Coming back up, extending your legs forward. Raising your arms up, inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips, reaching for your toes. Take a slight bend in your knees to release the lower back. Breathe in to extend your spine. Exhale to sink a little bit lower into the stretch. Coming up out of the fold. Releasing your back onto the mat, feet down below the knees, pressing into your heels up into a bridge pose. Actively pulling your knees closer to one another so they're not splaying apart. Pressing into the glutes, feeling an expansion in your chest. Exhale, releasing one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling your right leg up, crossing over your left thigh. Reaching through to grab underneath your leg or on top of your left shin bone. Breathing into the opening in your hips here. Exhaling, release. Switching sides, lifting your left leg up, crossing over your right knee, grabbing on to underneath your right leg or on top of your right shin bone. Releasing your legs back down, straightening out the left leg, pulling in the right knee. Pull your leg across your body with your left hand, extending your right arm out to the side, gazing to the right. Breathing into the low back. Releasing back to center, switching legs, pulling in the left knee. Rotating it over your body with your right arm. Head facing left. Coming back to center. Pull your knees into your chest. And extend your feet out wide, arms out wide for Shavasana. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. One more time, deep inhale through the nose. Releasing out through your mouth. Relax deeply into the mat. Begin to bring movement back into your fingers and your toes, wrists and ankles. Reach your arms overhead for a full body stretch, inhaling, exhaling, coming over to your side in a fetal position, resting your head on your arm. With gratitude for this practice and your body pressing up into an easy seated position. As you sit, notice a sense of stillness and calmness that you cultivated through your practice. Raise your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for flowing and opening up your body and your mind. And I thank you. Namaste.